You're watching CoastLife with Leah Rizzo and Charlie Sakaitis.
If you're getting ready for your fantasy football season, you are certainly not the only one. I know, Leah, you're getting ready for your draft.
Yeah, ours is Saturday night. It's our all-women's league that we do every year, and it's very fun.
And mine's coming later next week, next Wednesday. I don't get to draft until like
calling it close.
until like 11:30 at night because it's with all my Alaska friends, so they're 4 hours behind us. So I'm going to be staying up late. I'm going to have to be in bed with like a little headlamp on my phone or something. But one of the things that we have learned is that people that play fantasy sports, they do tend to find, or they believe anyway, that they learn a lot more about the game itself through the research they do for playing fantasy sports. So we've got some numbers to look at, Leah. You want to break this down for everybody?
Sure. So according to a new survey, they do say that around 60% of fantasy players say that the hobby has made them more knowledgeable about NFL teams, while nearly half understand individual players better. Fantasy football is reshaping the way that fans watch and understand a football game. A recent survey has disclosed that the popular pastime is turning casual viewers into armchair analysts, with 60% saying that their knowledge on NFL teams has significantly improved thanks to fantasy football. They break that down even further, saying about 60% have learned more about NFL teams, 48% more about individual players. Player positions and roles has seen a 40% increase in understanding. Game strategy and tactics, 39%. Stats and performance, injuries and substitutions, match schedules and bye weeks, coaching styles and decisions, all under that 40% number. But kind of interesting. I 100% believe that. And
me too. There's also sort of a darker reason here that might be happening too, because while most people do it as a for fun thing, the gambling component of it, which is now legal in so many places, probably has people digging into the information at a little bit of a deeper level than if it's just you and your friends messing around.
Yeah.
But I understand how that can happen, because a similar thing in a different venue happened for me when I first started getting really into playing like Madden football. And you start learning about, different play types, and you start learning about the names of all the guys that, like, maybe I didn't care about the offensive lineman or the guard or whatever, and now suddenly I care. So it's interesting to see that some of this is helping prop up just general fan knowledge, which I think is a good thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, I come from a football household. My dad coached football for years for my brother, and my brother played football all through high school. My mom's a fan. So, like, I understood the game. I know how it works. But I'm also just an Eagles fan. So they were really the only team that I followed, the only coach. I mean, Andy Reid, we followed for years and years and years. So I just didn't have a well-rounded knowledge of exactly what we just covered. Things like different players, different, play types, things like that. Because the Eagles also sometimes are a one-trick pony when it comes to a certain offense.
She has opinions. She got some thoughts.
But it really has broadened my horizons, and it's really fun to see our all-women's league play fantasy football, because we grab mostly a bunch of like my sister's friends who are hesitant to play at first because they're like, we don't know anything about football. And we're like, that's okay. That's what makes it fun, because it doesn't matter how much you know about football. When push comes to shove, you don't know who's going to get hurt. You don't know who's going to have a good game and when. You don't know who's going to play really good defense and block your best guy all day. So it's really fun, especially when you've got this mix of people that know a whole lot about fantasy football and a mix of people that know nothing about it. And it's been fun to kind of watch our own fan base and our own league grow over the years and make some genuine football fans out of people who otherwise didn't really care about the sport.
Yeah.
So it's a fun time. Good luck on all your drafts if you do have a fantasy football draft coming up. I know my brother has the worst luck of any fantasy football player. Luckily, he's already drafted his team, so I know who not to draft. And good luck out there. I hope it's going to be a fun season for everybody.
Do you have any tried and true tips that you stick with?
I really don't. I mean, I feel like we've picked players completely randomly. We've picked players based off, the best pants in the NFL. Like we've really run the gambit of how we pick our players. So it's just change your lineup every week. That's the biggest thing I can say. Don't forget to change your lineup. So that's probably the number one.
Here's rooting for you. And here is rooting for everybody at home in your fantasy drafts. May the odds ever be in your favor.
That's right. When we get back, though, we're talking with our friends from Preston Automotive, what's going on with them, and how you can come see them at our Shore Living Expo. That's all on the way.